Hey guys, welcome back to installment number 2 of our Hops and Drafts Definitive Taste Test for our Fall Pumpkin Oktoberfest style beers. Again, I'm Gazzy.
And I'm Jimmy.
And
this is Hops and Drafts.
Yes, it is. So right now we're going to show you guys where we left off. So Elysian, we're going with Elysian.
Elysian?
We're going with Elysian right now. The Night Owl Pumpkin Ale right now currently leads after our first 7 beers.
With the Pumpkin Smasher in second place as of right now.
Yep. So Elysian's at what? Slightly ahead by 2 points.
Slightly ahead. But right now that's the front runner. So.
But that's only through 7. We have a ton more to go. So there's actually 14 more pumpkin beers to go. So 7 is a little early to call it.
All right. So what's up next on our batch? Let me move this off to the side.
All right. Right next here is the Lancaster Baked Pumpkin Ale right here.
Okay. Where's Lancaster out of, by the way?
Lancaster, New Jersey.
Lancaster, New Jersey?
New Jersey. I said it again.
I think it's actually Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which is why I brought it up in the first place. That's interesting.
Yep.
So you didn't know where it was from. Okay.
I actually just passed Lancaster in Pennsylvania, the brewery, pretty recently. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to stop there. Did not also know Lancaster, way more than just Amish country. Did you know that?
I did not know.
Yeah, ton more stuff to do.
Respect for Lancaster.
It's actually a really cool city, a really great food scene. If you have a chance to go to Lancaster, highly recommend you try the food there.
Okay. Already, I'm liking the pour. The color to me looks pretty good.
All right, let's
I guess we go ahead and
baked pumpkin. What do you guys take? Based on the bottle, right?
The bottle is a picture of what looks like pumpkin pie that's steaming with a whipped cream in the middle. Looks very delicious.
Yeah, no.
So if I had to say, I'm hoping that this absolutely knocks it out of the park. You're gonna be disappointed if it doesn't. But the aroma is delicious. Very reminiscent of the Pumpkin Smasher, I would say, as far as the aroma.
I don't get the same smell that you get.
You don't think it's as strong?
No.
I think it's good.
I don't want to say it was bad. I just don't get the same smell as Pumpkin Smasher.
No, to me it's strong. It's a strong scent. You don't smell it?
No. Smell it. It's not super strong.
I think we have to score it. All right.
All right.
So in the first round, the first 4, we were identical. And as we said, in the test run we did with about 10 beers, none of our scores matched, which is kind of funny that in the first 4 we were identical. And then we broke off when we weren't the same.
In fairness, our last 3 have not matched, I don't think so.
That's true. So. The last 3 in the first set, we did not match. So I'm curious how this round's going to start off. All right, so I'm going to go with this.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, you're way ahead of the game.
I'm way ahead of you.
You didn't like it as much as I did. I like this beer.
No, I wanted to.
Okay, so what did you have?
Aroma 1.5 out of a 3, flavor 2, and overall 2.
Okay, so I liked it more than you did, clearly, because I had it as an aroma of 2, a flavor of 3, and an overall of 3. I thought this was a delicious beer.
I think it was bad.
Very much reminded me of the Pumpkin Smasher from the first set. Really, really liked it. You didn't have the exact same experience I did. All right, so I'm going to be honest with this one. This one's a New Belgium. Big fan of New Belgium and their work. Where are they based out of?
Actually, 2 locations, right? So New Belgium is based out of Colorado and North Carolina.
Which is awesome. And I've actually had, full disclosure, I've actually had this one before. But it's a new round. Let's see how it tastes this time around. This is the Voodoo Ranger.
So, before we start, right? So, it's a little 6.4 beer.
Okay.
What I like most about this is the pumpkin ale featuring cinnamon and habanero chili peppers.
Well, you can absolutely smell the
so
cinnamon.
As somebody who likes...
You do like spice.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going to like this one.
The cinnamon flavor is delicious, by the way. You can smell it in the aroma. I don't smell any of the the heat. Let's see if we taste it. I feel as if it's it's early cinnamon with a late hit of heat.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have the same experience.
Yeah, I do.
But it feels like early cinnamon.
You know what?
With late heat.
Hold the whole way through. Do you really feel it? So, there you go. Like the cinnamon up front, the heat in the middle.
And what are you getting?
I don't know how I feel at the end.
You feel like it disappears?
Yeah, I feel like it's just a burn more than a heat at the end.
Well, a burn is heat. I don't know if you've ever been burned before, but it actually does work that way. All right, I like it. I'm gonna go ahead and score it because I feel pretty good about it.
I liked it. I'll tell you that.
I definitely liked it. You want me to go first?
You go for it.
All right, so I had it as a 2.5 on the aroma.
I'll with 2.
I thought the flavor of a 3.5 and the overall of a 3, because I just basically split the difference between the aroma and the flavor, so I went with the 3. So 2.5 on the aroma, 3.5 on the flavor, and a 3 overall is what I had.
3 on the flavor and 3 overall.
Okay.
That was a solid beer.
So
I did enjoy it. Yeah, no, definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. At least I happen to be a big fan of New Belgium personally.
All right. So the next beer we got right here is...
How do you pronounce it? Because I think I've been struggling with this.
I would say Neshaminy?
Neshaminy or Neshaminy?
No, I'd say
Neshaminy?
Neshaminy Creek.
Again, by all means, let us know if we're mispronouncing.
Shout out to my boy at Soy Classico over on Instagram.
Is that a real person?
Yeah, it's my
Okay.
guy, man. He's
Okay.
actually from the brewery over there.
Okay, so he can correct us.
Yeah, so,
So
I expect you to let me know.
What are you saying, Howard? How?
Neshaminy?
Neshaminy. And I'm going to go Neshaminy.
So it's
That's what I'm going with.
Punkless Dunkel Pumpkin Wheat Ale.
Can I just say, so far, this might be my favorite name of the different beers we've had. The Punkless Dunkel Pumpkin Wheat Ale.
Yeah.
Just really all over the place, but I like it.
How do you feel about the color right now?
It's a little darker than maybe I was expecting, but I'm curious.
It's a wheat ale, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I'm curious. Give it a...
You got more of the wheat than the pumpkin?
Yeah.
Strong wheat.
And, again...
Not a bad flavor.
If people tuned into our first video, they saw that we want to be punched in the face with pumpkin.
Yeah,
that's a legitimate thing. So I don't feel like I'm being punched in the face. I feel as if I might be getting slapped, if anything, in the nostrils, but not punched at all. But I can get the wheat part of it for sure, but not so much the pumpkin. But the flavor is a little bit better than I was expecting based on the aroma.
Yeah.
So I feel like the aroma maybe a little bit less, but the flavor was better. Overall, it's a pretty good beer.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, you want to go first this time?
Yep, so aroma 1.5.
Okay, I actually had the same. I also went with a 1.5.
Flavor, I got a 3.
I actually went 3.5 on the flavor, so slightly, to me, a little bit better than what you had.
But your overall, still a 3?
Also a 3.
All right, yeah.
Because again, I have a hard time if I low-end it on the aroma, and even with the flavor, how can you really justify going past it? So I have to be somewhere in the middle for the aroma and the flavor with the overall score. I can't jump past, you know.
I just feel like because I weigh the aroma not as high.
So you could go with the same. And
I want it to taste good. Like, I want it to smell good, obviously, but I want it to taste good. Right?
I thought it was good.
No, it was. That's why I had 3.
Yeah,
so.
I would go 3 overall, for sure. It's a solid.
Okay. So, next beer here actually is out of New Jersey.
Okay.
Right? The product of Ewing, New Jersey.
This is Ewing, New Jersey.
Yep.
Shout out New Jersey. What's up?
That's right. Our home state. River Horse, the Hipp-O-Lantern Imperial Pumpkin.
And again, because it's a New Jersey beer, I'll be honest, I've had a lot of different River Horse beers over the years. Big fan of their product. So this one's called the Hipp-O-Lantern. Nice little play on words there.
This is actually a suggestion by one of our friends' wives.
Okay.
So.
There you go.
There you go.
So this is the Hipp-O-Lantern Imperial Pumpkin. River Horse at a Ewing.
Yes, I like the little headless horseman right here.
Oh, show that to the,
yeah,
to
so
the audience.
The headless horseman riding a hippo.
That's, by the way, that's pretty awesome. I think one of the things maybe that our fans are aware of, because they're craft beer fans, are like the amazing logos and overall cool names for different beers and nice play on words different companies come up with because of their branding. But they do a great job of really marketing their stuff with cool logos and cool names. They really kind of make their product unique.
Also nice little 8.1% right here.
Oh, my goodness. It sure is. I tell you what. But again, I don't know them being punched with pumpkin.
I think it's a good beer.
It's a solid flavor, but I want to be knocked in the face with pumpkin, and I'm not feeling it.
Can I hit you in the face with a pumpkin? Is that cool?
I mean, if our audience panned around, they could see we have pumpkins available for this exact moment, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I gotta score it.
I feel like we're pretty similar.
Okay.
Carbon square. Damn, we were really close.
Okay, what'd you have different? Well, let's just go through it.
So aroma 1.
Yeah, I had the same. I had an aroma of 1. I wasn't really overpowered by anything happening with the aroma there.
What'd you have for flavor?
I had a 2.5. It was good, but not necessarily what I was expecting. I think that's what set it apart. I was expecting to be punched in the face with some pumpkin. Didn't happen.
I also had a 2.5.
Yeah.
So overall.
Okay. And then overall, I dropped it back down because, again, for me, if I have an aroma of 1 and a flavor of 2.5, I have to have a number somewhere between those two. So I went with the 2 for the overall score.
My overall score is more of how much I enjoy it when I have this beer again, right? So
okay.
2.5.
Okay.
It's a solid beer.
So you basically, again, pretty much for you, the flavor and the overall are pretty comparable.
Pretty comparable. I mean, what I like it again, right? So like the aroma can kick the flavor up a little bit, but I feel like the overall is pretty comparable. It's mostly the flavor. Yeah. Okay.
So again, pretty similar. You had it slightly ahead of where I had it. So.
All right. So
that was, you said, what percent was that? 9?
8.1.
8.1.
All right. So
wow.
This one right here, this Rogue Pumpkin Patch Ale.
What do you know about Rogue?
They're based out of Oregon.
Okay.
They make some really, really good beers.
Okay.
Also, this bottle right here has a lot of girth.
It is a large, I'll be honest, if we were to compare it to, say, the size of an average bottle, it is quite girthy. There's no doubt about it. All right, so Rogue, based out of Oregon. We have a percent on this bad boy?
I don't. Quickly. 6.1.
6.1. Okay, so this one doesn't punch necessarily as hard as some of the previous ones. Curious about how the flavor will hold up.
Also, it says pumpkin patch ale, so I'm anticipating more of a pumpkin flavor versus a pumpkin spice flavor.
Okay, and yeah, this is something we've seen a discrepancy between some of the beers. Is more pumpkin than pumpkin spice. Okay, so let's see where this one kind of sits. What do you think of the color?
The color? For a pumpkin beer? I thought this is a nice little fall color right here.
It is a nice little color. I like the smell. The aroma's good. It's subtle, but I like it. I feel like it's a rare case where the aroma and the flavor match.
Yeah.
I kind of got the exact same flavor as the aroma.
It's what you anticipated based on smell.
Right, and honestly, through the first 1.5 set of beers, most of the time it's been one aroma with a very different actual taste. But this one pretty much matched up from the aroma. I don't know, what do you think?
I like it. I want more. I'm more of a pumpkin spice flavor than pumpkin flavor.
Again, we discussed this. It seems more in the vein of pumpkin than pumpkin spice.
Now I do
and
like
you are a basic girl, so
sometimes
you do want your pumpkin spice.
Weekends, and it is a Sunday fun day, so.
I mean, we did discuss wearing Uggs and some type of vest. But it didn't happen for us.
Because I don't own them, but like.
Yeah, I don't think they make it in my size. I'll be completely honest.
Probably.
But if they did, we had considered doing it. But yeah, I'm going to be honest. It's more pumpkin patch than pumpkin spice. And again, to their point, they did call it the pumpkin patch ale, so it's not misleading in any way. It's just not necessarily what I would have expected or preferred.
I think it's a good beer.
It is good. I'm trying to think of where I would place it.
I have a very definitive flavor profile right away.
Okay, I think I feel good about what I came up with. So I was consistent across the board with this one.
So we're slightly different. You were 2s across the board, I see.
I went 2s across the board. So I had 2 on the aroma, and because the flavor was exactly what the aroma made me think it was going to be, it was also a 2, and the overall was also a 2. It was consistent across the board, but maybe for what I prefer, it just wasn't what I was expecting, or maybe what I would prefer. So I would go 2s across the board for this one.
So I went 2 with the aroma, 2.5 with the flavor, and 2.5 overall.
Okay, so you were pretty consistent, but again, for you, flavor more important than the overall aroma.
I also used my half points wisely.
Oh, you have to use your half points wisely. I think that's good.
Everybody knows that.
Everyone knows that. Our audience is well aware of the half point advantage.
Oh, here's another brewery. We can't pronounce the name.
Okay, so again, I'm very sorry that we do not know how to speak and or read. But I went with a much different pronunciation than you went with. I went with Schlafly. Schlafly. What did you have for this one? I think you went like Schlafly, and I went with Schlafly. And again, where's it based out of? This is
St. Louis, Missouri. Right?
St. Louis, Missouri. So by all means, people, please correct us because we do not like giving misinformation. But I wasn't sure, so I went Schlafly, and we'll see how we feel about
I feel
the
like
taste.
the accent would be incorrect.
I'm sure the accent's
I feel like
terrible.
it was like Schlafly.
I mean, I'm sure it's an absolutely terrible accent, but that's not what I'm saying. I just don't know how to say the correct...
Those St. Louis folk would not be appreciative.
Yeah, I'm sure they wouldn't like my pronunciation of that. I apologize. Okay, so let's give it a taste and a smell. Let's see what we have to work with here. What do you think?
We get the pumpkin.
You get the pumpkin. Are you getting some type of barrel
Yeah, a little bit.
hint? Is there in that? Is that in here?
I don't know, but
Brewed with cinnamon, spices, nutmeg, and clove. I'm not necessarily getting that. It's 8%, by the way. But I don't see anything talking about specifically bourbon barrels or... But that was kind of the hint that I got there. Was that there was something with barrels in it.
not in the flavor. But the flavor is nice.
But I don't know if it matches up. Flavor is nice, but is it the same as the aroma?
No, probably not. But it doesn't mean I like
Okay,
it.
alright. I think we have to score it. Okay. So I'm curious. Yeah, not that different. Alright, so I had an aroma of 1. Well, you had an aroma of 1.5. Not that different, but to me the aroma and the flavor profiles didn't really match. So I scored it a 3 on the flavor, while you had it as a 3.5 on the flavor.
Yeah, I don't think they need to necessarily match.
It's more my expectation in my brain. I understand they don't necessarily have to match, but I have an expectation that gets created by the aroma, and then if it doesn't follow through on that, there's a disconnect. So for me, there was a bit of a disconnect, but overall, between the flavor and the overall final score, I went flavor 3, overall 3, and you went...
Flavor 3.5, overall 3.
Okay, so you cut the difference, which usually what I would do is cut the difference between the two. You normally don't. You usually match up with your flavor and your overall.
Because I feel like I liked it.
Okay, so because you liked it more, you kind of, but not necessarily loved it.
You know what I got? I got more of a pumpkin smasher flavor, just not as harsh.
Okay.
I was like harsh. Harsh is negative.
Yeah, I would not say harsh because I like.
Not as over the top.
I like.
I like the pumpkin smasher over the top, so I feel like it wasn't as over the top, so I couldn't give it like.
Okay. Fair enough.
Overall. All right. So.
And to close out this set of 7, another beer that honestly I've had before, and I have generally liked, so a bit of a front runner maybe. And it's another pretty local beer, a New York-based shipyard pumpkin.
Pumpkinhead.
Pumpkinhead. And again, full disclosure, I've had this one before and I liked it, so they have a bit of an advantage, Shipyard. So we'll see how we feel about it this time around. Okay? Oh.
A little headless.
Much lighter color.
Another headless horseman, by the way, on the bottom.
Yes, definitely another headless horseman.
Not riding a hippo this time, though.
No.
No hippos.
No.
0 hippos.
Is that points for you because it's the lack of the hippo?
I mean,
their gimmick's not hippos, so I wouldn't necessarily.
Hippos are adorable.
Oh. Not a ton of aroma.
No.
It's kind of just there. But again, I've had this one.
It's just there.
It's in the glass, that's true. But I've had this one before and I liked it, so I feel like, even though the aroma's not necessarily there, I think I overall like the product. Yeah, it's nice. But again, not exactly how I remember it. Okay. Gotta score it, right? Okay. You want to go first?
Sure. Roma 1.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
I had the same. I had the same. There really wasn't much there, to be honest.
But see, like, look right now, right? So I went slightly lower.
Yeah.
On the flavor and the overall. So I went 1.5 and 1.5.
Yeah. You went 1.5 and 1.5, while I went 2 and 2. But again, same idea, I think, in our heads.
I feel like you're a little more nostalgic about it.
I am nostalgic about it. Like I said, in full disclosure, I had a bias towards it in a positive way, and I think that skewed me because I've had it before. And I like it, so, but not necessarily compared to some of the other ones. So I went 1, 2, 2 across the board, while you went 1, 1.5, and 1.5 again. But a solid job on the part of Shipyard. So, and that basically is going to conclude our second set of beers.
So that's our second set of 7.
So
7 more to go in the pumpkin realm.
So stay tuned to see which beer is in the lead. If it's still Elysian.
Is it weird that I kind of want another beer in the lead just so
we have to pronounce it because we don't know how? But we'll work on it. And in the meantime, if it's not, we'll let you guys know next time around who's in the lead. So tune in next time to see the next 7 close out.
And who's in the lead.
And we'll see who's in the lead.
See you guys soon.